Tell me, where is Colonel Fisher?
Colonel Fisher has just retired.
Right. Is it possible? Is Colonel Fisher and who else?
Captain Tini,
Captain Tini, where is he?
he's at the lab.
And the third gentleman? Breda, Van Breda, whatever.
The female, Captain
Yeah, fine.
Feljun.
Feljun. So it's Feljun who's retired.
It's Fisher who retired.
Ale? Oh,
Lieutenant
Fisher,
Colonel
sorry.
Fisher retired.
Fisher, Feljun, and
Ntini
Tini. And the fourth one?
and Lieutenant Colonel Sereo.
Oh, he is obviously going to testify.
That's correct, my lord.
Yeah, I've listened to the evidence. Normally, my discretion should be used at the end of the cross-examination by yourselves. But because of the nature of the evidence which has been led here, ballistics, I intend calling the four persons who you say they assisted you. So they are all not retired except
Lieutenant Colonel Fisher.
right. So after
I want to go on record and say I, Mzansi Unfiltered, Miss I Digress, is what? Amenable to the court, okay? I agree with Judge Ratha. I love this decision that he has taken to return back to the seat of judge and leave the ballistic expert business to the ballistic experts. Why do I say that? Because he has made a ruling, okay? And he tells us normally, he's supposed to wait until the end of the cross-examination and then, force the four people to come. But what is absolutely interesting for me is that he sees that something is up here. And for me, it also goes to show Mr. Baloyi. Baloyi had the affidavit of Colonel Mangena. He had it. He's had it before cross-examination began. He read everything into the evidence. How is it possible that at no point in his I am a prosecutor career or experience did he say, these four people mentioned here, they weren't even mentioned. They were never mentioned in the affidavit. They were just listed. I checked with four of my colleagues to verify my work and give that quality control that they see what I see. And we already know from who Colonel Mangena's testimony in the cross-examination with Umnisi is that if they don't see what I see, I will tell them to see what I see. Okay? He didn't say that, but I'm paraphrasing. And as Umnisi said, why did you need to see four people to give you quality control? So you went with 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is a large number for quality control. What was the reason for that? And of the 4, only 1 wrote an affidavit and swore and had a commission of sign and have it commissioned. So my question, I take it back to Baloyi. Okay, Baloyi is the state prosecutor. He's the state employee. He's the one wasting the state's resources at this point. We could have avoided all this had he prepared his witness well, arrived with exhibit A, B, C, D, and E of those other 4 ballistic experts over there. One has retired, and we already know from experience with Colonel Stain that retired or not, okay? Put out that subpoena. Let's have him come to court. But do you know what stands out the most to me? Nisi is a force to be reckoned with. And let me say that one more time for the mic, okay? Nisi is a force to be reckoned with. Do not take him for granted. Listen, the man is sick as a dog, okay? Sick as a dog, but he showed up. The last time we had somebody sick in the courtroom was the witness from Vodacom, Miss Pinky Van Dillingham, okay? Excuse me if I didn't say her name correctly. When Pinky was sick, I believe the court took a good 4 days out so she could recover. Umnisi is seen struggling with every sentence. He's got to pull back, okay, the breathing with difficulty, but he's continuing and tracking on. At no point did the court endorse his humanity or engage his humanity and adjourn until Umnisi is feeling better. Oh no, it was a case of you will continue until the end. If you've got to blow your nose, take your time, blow your nose. But we are not adjourning. The last time we saw the court do that was when Mezulu mentioned that he was his eyes were hurting and he needed to adjourn for the day. The court said, no, Rose, go get my eye drops in my drawer. Say what now? To this day, I am still so shocked that even happened on live TV and that was allowed to even happen because are you a doctor now, sir? What prescription is that? Are you self-diagnosing me? How do I know I need eye drops? What kind of eye drops are those? Did you have an infection when you used them? Are we cross-contaminate? You know what? Let me mind my business on that because that is a solid no for me. I'm not sharing eye drops with nobody. Okay? But you know what? I digress. Let's get back to Mnisi. Mnisi, there's one point where he had to sit down to blow his nose and stand back up and continue with his cross-examination. I just think that is poor work ethics from the judge himself. Nisi never asked for the adjournment, but I believe that was something that the court should have taken it upon himself because he did the same thing for Pinky. Okay, she got a good 4 days. Okay, give Nisi the afternoon off. Not Nisi, but adjourn the whole thing until Nisi's off, maybe a day or two, something. But the man, we even saw him, he was in a mask from the beginning of the week until his time for cross-examination. This is when he's taken off the mask. Now, I don't know much about the flu. I'm not a medical expert. But now that his mask is off, guess who's at risk of also catching the bug? Okay? Queen Mshololo is next in the cross-examination line, but she might also catch the bug and then boom, we can continue again. So I believe the court should have taken that into consideration. That is my rant on what? Health in the court proceedings. I think that should be reevaluated because that is highly unfair. We also saw when accused number 3 needed to see the doctor, the court was not very amenable to that happening, but it is what it is. This appointment was scheduled. He went for his appointment and I believe court started later on that day. Let me know in the comment section if I got that right. But now let's get back to the court's decision that I am highly amenable with, okay? Call those 4 ballistic experts, okay? Because the judge was now acting as assistant ballistic expert and in explaining and answering for the witness, which, oh my God, shocking behavior coming from a sitting judge descending again into the arena. And then he gets upset when we say cooking, fabricating, mockery of justice, fabricating, I've already said that one. What's the other one? Descending into the arena, colluding with the state. Okay? But there's a couple of things that Baloyi says. So let's listen to that. I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
So after the cross-examination of all these witnesses, so this witness, for instance, instead of pausing the evidence of this witness and Colonel Genida comes, and then after Genida has testified, he's taken, Serrero comes, and after he's testified, Genida comes and testifies. Thereafter, you close your case, you say?
No, that's actually what we propose doing. Colonel Serrero's affidavit is actually already before court.
Right.
So we'll be calling him after Colonel Mangena, and we also looking to call those other witnesses.
Yeah, the court was going to call them in any case.
We just want their affidavits to be obtained first,
Right.
consult with them, and then possibly call them.
Now, it's either Baloyi is a stubborn or he's deaf. I'm not sure which is which. But it is clear that court has made an order that the 4 should be called back. Okay, not called back, but should be called to be on the witness stand. I think the judge made that very clear, and he says it a second time. Yes, okay. The state is what? The dominus litis, which means they run the show in the room, but the judge, okay, has put on his judge cloak, the red one, okay, and he has made a decision, which means it's his shoe that is ringing. Here I am trying to translate. Okay, the judge has made a decision. He's put on his red coat, and it is what it is, Baloyi. Okay, the 4 are coming. The reason I say this is Baloyi says that he has obtained Colonel Serrell's affidavit. He was coming anyway, and then he just needs to obtain the affidavits of the other 4. That's Captain Dini, Captain Farrell, and Lieutenant Colonel Serrell. Okay. And Colonel Fessel. Colonel Fessel is the one who has retired. So why am I listing out those titles, those rankings? We're going to talk about it in a minute. Hold on, hold the line, but pay attention. We have 1 colonel, 2 captains, and 1 lieutenant colonel. Okay, we're going to list them in order of rank. And we're going to talk about why that is important in bringing them to court to validate or to endorse what Colonel Mangena, Chris Mangena, the ballistic expert of note, famously known from the Oscar Pistorius case. Okay? Just write that down. Okay? Like Nisi likes to say, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. So this is what Baloyi says that is quite concerning for me. Then he says he's going to obtain their affidavits and then consult with them and then possibly call them. We are past possibilities here. The judge said they must come. Okay? I need Baloyi to understand that. And we, the members of the public jury here on the Unfiltered family, we endorse that judgment. They have to come because Colonel Mangena is not making sense. Okay, he's not making sure right now. We're feeling very unsafe as a nation. If this is the ballistic representation that we have in the South African police services, we want to hear the others, and we want to hear if they too work the same way he does. AKA, I just take the 8 bullets and I just fire. Pow, 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 pow. I don't label them. I don't have time for that. I don't care. Once I've fired, I've fired. Okay, shots have been fired. Who cares who made them? Who cares who manufactured them? Whether it's CMJ or FMJ, I just need to know, is the markings there? And you already know, as we say here on Mzansi Unfiltered, if the grooves don't fit, they must acquit. Okay, those grooves are not there. So let the 4 come. Let's hear from them. If they see the same grooves that, Mr. Ballistic expert of 29 years sees. Okay, because Dave, our Mlunga over there says no. Not a match. Let's continue listening on.
Yes, Mr. Mlumezulu, what's your view about calling the gentleman who assisted Colonel Manganya?
My Lord, I also agree with the court that these witnesses may be called.
Okay.
So, my Lord, I do concur as well.
Mr. Numalo?
I have no objection, thank you.
Mr. Nisi?
Although I do not have an objection, my Lord, if I were the state, I'll be very cautious, but I don't have an objection.
Okay, fine. So you want us to adjourn until Monday now?
As a court, please.
As it is the court.
All right, Mandas.
All right.
Listen, I'm indebted to the court, for the court to seek out the opinion of the defense team. Do they agree with them? Do you guys want to fight? What's the situation? Are we going forward with this? Are the 4 colonels and captains coming, to confirm or unconfirm what Mangena is saying? And do you know what team defense did? Ngomezulu, no objection, my lord. Ramasipili, no objection, my lord. Ngumalo, no objection, my lord. But here comes Omnisi Wemvula, with the flu and armed with his equipment that he has bought for precision and the art of science, because he just couldn't take it anymore with all the guesswork that Mangena was putting on the record. Umnisi Wemvula goes on record and says, although I do not have an objection, my lord, if I were the state, I would proceed with caution. And we know Umnisi Wemvula does not play when he issues out his warning, because previously he gave the state a warning. If you call Stain, if you call him, the state will be digging their case from 6 feet under all the way down to 24 feet. And we have seen this before, I think it's got to do with Umnisi and, Umvula and all that he brings, the thunder that he brings to the courtroom. Because is this not the second time where while Umnisi is in cross-examination, things change? Remember, this happened with Hos. I believe it happened with Hos. They had to start again. The cross-examination had to start again. It was already at Umnisi. And then they had to get a new affidavit from Hos. They had to get the 205s. Things had to change. New evidence was loaded. And then they had to start their cross-examination again. And now look at the Umnisi effect. Umnisi is so unfiltered. Because what? Now look what's happening. They are doing what? Bringing in the 4. Baloyi definitely had no plans to bring them. Let's just put that on the record. But now he's been forced to bring them. And on that note, I want to talk about the South African Police Services rank structure, Why are we talking about this? So we heard Mangena say Colonel Faisal, who has retired, Then we have Captain Ndini, and we also have Captain Felyan, and also Lieutenant Colonel Sorrel. So I want to bring to my unfiltered family. Let's talk about the ranking here and why is this important. So in the ranking structure, okay, it is lieutenant first, okay? After lieutenant comes captain. After captain comes major. After major comes lieutenant colonel. So we already know Lieutenant Colonel Sorrel is lower in rank than who? Umangena. He's lower in rank than Colonel Mangena. That presents a problem. Would you testify against your superior, your manager, your supervisor? Would you? Or would you agree? Because your job's on the line. After this trial, you still have to go back to work and he's still above you in ranking. Okay? Then we have Captain Felyan and Captain Ndini. Okay? Captain Felyan and Captain Ndini, where are they in the ranking list? Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! They are way below Colonel. Okay? Again, we go back. Will they be in a position to go against a higher ranking officer? Let's keep going. Who? Warrant Officer, I think it was Bentley. Warrant Officer Bentley is where he's not even commissioned. Okay, he's not even a commissioned officer. Now, who else? Colonel Fussell. Colonel Fussell, I would say, is ranked similar or the same as who? Colonel Mangena. He should be the one who comes. He's retired. What is he going to put on the record? Is he going to look and then through this microscope and see the lines that who Mangena is seeing? Or is he going to go on record and say, I don't see the lines? Umlungu is right. This is not a match. I've retired. I don't care. This is not Manganegwane, okay? I'm just trying to be a retired colonel at this point with dignity. I'm retired with dignity. I don't want to be dragged down by Mangana, okay? Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts. That is it today with regards to this video. Of course, you already know there will be more uploads for you, but please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you've made it this far in the video, you absolutely have my heart. Thanks for watching all the ads. Thanks for supporting the channel. August, you did the things, the people, okay? And I am happy. One more thing as well. If you're not subscribed to the channel and this is your first time hearing my voice, please kindly consider subscribing because we are on the road to 40,000 subscribers. It is surreal for me to even say that. So I want to make sure I'm going on record as saying, oh my God, thank you so much. We're just shy of almost 500 people to reach 40,000 subscribers. And also, thank you so much for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. And please remember to turn on your notification bell if you want to join the joinership. Okay, join the members. Make sure you hit the link in the description box down below. And yeah, that is it. Okay, I will catch you on my next upload. Is Mzansi Unfiltered checking out. Catch you on my next upload.
My lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
As the court pleases, my lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
If the grooves don't fit, acquit the 5 accused. Mnisi has done a fantastic job proving there was no match.